Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales. Wanted to bring you a video today showing you this beautiful Perennial Birthday Kit. Now I wanted to show you, I've done a video before on making the 4 cards in the kit. But now what I wanted to do is bring you a video and show you exactly what I would do if I was going to get the kit and make the kit from scratch all in one go. So what I've actually done is I've spread out everything out of the kit that we have in the kit, and I have put them all into sections. And the first thing what I'm going to do is actually do all my stamping. So the Perennial Birthday stamp set is what goes with this kit. So it is a separate thing that you purchase to go with your kit. You could use some other stamp sets in place of it if you needed to. But the stamp set I think is $30 for the stamp set, something like that. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. And the kit is, I'm thinking $61. I'm guessing them off my head. Hang on, I'll grab a catalogue and I'll tell you the definite prices so we don't get confused here. Okay, where am I going to find that kit? Okay, so this is out of our Occasions catalogue, which our Occasions catalogue goes through until the end of May. Okay, so you will find the Perennial Birthday Kit on page 16 and 17 of our catalogue. Sorry, the stamp set is $38 to buy, and the actual kit itself is $45 to buy. So $83 altogether. And if you wanted to bump that up for another $7, you'll get a free item during this month. So the end of our celebration ends at the end of March, 31st of March. So if you wanted to buy this kit and bump up, like say buy some glue and some dimensionals, something like that, to go with your kit, you will find that you'll get a free item if you spend over $90 before postage. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I've got all my stamps already mounted up. So this is the 4 cards that the kit makes, and you get to make 4 of each card. So you get 16 cards in total. You have all your envelopes, all your card bases, everything is in this kit ready to go. And the idea of it is we have these 12 index cards, and you also have stamps that say January, February, March, April, and you pop them up the top. And what you do is you record people's birthdays that are in that month here, and then you store them in this beautiful box. And as you can see, lovely, beautiful box. So then you store all your cards in each month, and then when you come to January, you can run down your index card and go, oh, it's these many people's birthday this month. I've got that many cards ready to go. You could even have them pre-written out if you wanted to, and then you pop them in the post, and you will never miss people's birthdays ever again. So at the beginning of each month, you can go through, check out whose birthday it is that month, but you'll have your cards already pre-made. So and this is something that you can use year after year. So it's not something that this year, once you've used it, it's gone. What you'll find is you'll be able to use this continuously. Okay, so the first thing what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop chatting now and get into it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp all of my stamped pieces that I need to stamp. So I have all my stamps already mounted up on my blocks, ready to go. So I look at this card here. Now the stamping that we're doing here is the happy birthday. So I'm going to grab the tags that say happy birthday, and I'm going to, I have swapped out some colors in this. We're supposed to be using Dapper Denim. I'm trying to think of what the other, Dapper Denim. Let me see, I'll read it on the instructions. I've got Old Olive. I've swapped out Dapper Denim for Marina Mist, and Flirty Flamingo. I've swapped out Flirty Flamingo for Calypso Coral. So you'll see that it all blends in and it all works quite nicely. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my stamping mat because these are photopolymer, I've got a bit of a rough surface underneath me here, so I wanted to make sure my surface is smooth. These are our clear mount stamps, and because they've got the padding underneath them, you actually don't have to use a stamping mat, but because my my underlay here has a bit of a texture to it, I wanted to make sure I get a nice clean stamp. So I'm actually going to just use my stamping mat, and there's no problem with using your stamping mat in a situation like that. If you have a surface that has a bit of a texture on it, I always find the mat is the better way to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with my Marina Mist, I'm going to ink up my happy birthday, and I'm going to line that up nicely in the middle and stamp it down. Okay. So now, because I've already made one of these already, I only have 3 more to go. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take them out and have them ready to go. So they're already die cut, ready to go, which is awesome. So we've only just had to, these project kits are absolutely wonderful for making lots and lots of projects and getting them done quickly. Okay, so that's one lot that I have already stamped and ready to go. So the next one I'm going to bring in is this one here. So this banner, it says today blooms just for you. So I have 3 of those left. So I'm going to grab my stamp. I'm going to mount that up. Okay, and then I'm going to ink that up in my Marina Mist once again. That way. Okay, so I'm just going to, and this is quite a narrow stamp, so be careful not to rock it. I did rock it on my first one and got a little bit of a halo. That one's perfect. Okay, so I'm going to stamp those 3. Okay, so now I'm going to pop those out as well, and I'm going to pop them aside so I have that all sorted and ready to go. And then we have some stamping to do on our labels. Okay, so on this one, we are stamping this here. So we're stamping our flower, our leaves, and our happy birthday. So I have the happy birthday mounted up, and I'm going to use our Marina Mist once again. If you're using the right colors, it will be the Dapper Denim. Okay, so now that has to be stamped just down the bottom of our tags. And you don't have to panic because you have the other side of these too. So if you muck up on these ones, you can actually turn it over and use the other side. So, okay, so I'm going to use, did I use Calypso Coral or did I use a different colour? I'm wondering what. I may have used Blushing Bride. I think I did. Do you know what? I'm going to change that out. I'm just going to go and grab my Blushing Bride ink pad. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, there is the little flower here that we're using, this one here. Okay, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to ink it up in my Blushing Bride. Okay, so from the look of that, I need to have it over to the left a little bit, but like so. And there. Okay, now with my Old Olive, I'm I'm going to ink up my leaves. Now, to get this right, because it was actually quite hard to get these leaves to line up. That's quite good. Okay, and here, and here. Okay, so there we have all the stamping that we need to do is now done and completed. So we'll pop those out as well. So we've got that all sorted. Now the other thing, there's a little hole that we need to, I'll grab my scissors and pop that little hole out. So then there's some other white pre-cut diagonal stripy pieces, and we need to pop out all the diagonal strips of paper out of it. So that is these pieces here. So they have lots of strips of paper in them. So I'll just pause the video and I'll get that all done so it doesn't make the video too long. Okay, and so I've done that, and then all the other die cut pieces, I'm going to pop them out. So we have this one here, we have these ones. Did I have to stamp on that one? Oh, I do. I have one more lot of stamping to do. Those ones there. I've just realised. Okay. So it's as simple as that. They're so easy to get out and get all sorted. So I do have one lot of stamping. I'm sorry, I apologise. I missed that one there. We have stamping to do on these. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my mat back in again. And I'm going to bring in my old olive. And the stamp that we're going to be using on this one is Birthday Cheers All Around. So it's this one here, Birthday Cheers All Around. So just with my old olive once again, pop that up there so you can see. Going to ink that up and just pop it down the bottom here. This one is really cute. It's got the stitched markings all the way around, which is quite nice. It looks like it's been used with a really large stitched shape die, but we don't actually have one this big, I don't think. Okay, so there you go. So now my stamping is definitely all done. Okay, so now it's just a case of putting them together. So we have, we'll start off with this one. Okay, so this one's quite easy. So we have our spotty bases ready to go. So all we need to do is with our gold ribbon, we need to measure this, which is there. So we need 3 more of these. So I'm just gonna trim that. And I have my worst scissors here today. Oh, I need to go and find my good scissors, definitely. Okay, so I have my 3 pieces of ribbon. Now I'm just going to trim the ends of those to finish them off like that. So just a case of folding it and then trimming the ends. And that stops them from fraying as well. Okay, so we have our 3 bits of ribbon ready to go. I'm just going to tie 3 bows with the baker's twine, the beautiful baker's twine, Dapper Denim baker's twine. Okay, so now we have our bows tied and our ribbons. So it's just a simple case of, on the whole 3, we're just going to pop a strip of, make sure you work out which way they're going to open so you've got it right. Yep, that way, that way. Okay, so we're just going to run a strip of fast fuse just down the middle of each of them, and that's to pop our ribbon on. Okay, so we're just going to pop the ribbon on. And then on the back of our beautiful shape here, we'll pop some dimensionals on. Now I'm popping them along the edges because the ribbon goes along the center, so I want them to be, the dimensionals to be on the opposite sides of the ribbon. So they stick, so our beautiful focal point will stick down directly onto our card. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that there. Next one. There. So these are really cute cards, but they come together really, really quickly. So because Stampin' Up have done most of the work for us and we've only had to do minimal stamping, they come together quite easily. So now with a glue dot, I'm just going to pop our bow. I'm going to grab a glue dot. I'm going to roll it between my fingers first, then pop it on our bow. Okay, and then pop our bow like so. And trim. So I'll now do that for the other 2. Okay, so that's those 4 cards all complete. So I'll pop them aside, and the next card we'll bring in is this one here. And we'll grab our labels. We need these labels here and our gold ribbon. Okay, so I've got all of our pieces here. I've cut my ribbon ready to go. So now it's a case of, once again, make sure you've got your card opening the right way. We'll decorate these first and then we'll stick them on. So we need a strip of fast fuse down the middle of our down the middle of our label to pop our ribbon on. Okay, so that. That. Oh. Okay, now we'll pop some dimensionals on the back of our labels. Just need 2. On each. So my idea was, when I seen this in the catalogue, was I really need this because I need to be better in posting out birthday cards to friends and clients and customers. So my idea was, if I actually get this Perennial Birthday Kit, it will make me more organised and make it easier to not miss those important birthdays. So I think it's a fantastic idea, and it's a thing, as I said, we will have it for years to come now that we have it. So I'm just going to layer that up onto our focal point. Okay, and with our baker's twine, once again, we're going to tie some bows to pop on the front. Okay, so 3 of those. Okay, so once again, with the glue dot, I've taken a glue dot, I've rolled it between my fingers, popped it on the back of my bow, and then it sits just down here. So we'll do that with all 3. And if you're making this kit, you will have 4. I've already, as I said at the beginning, I've already had 1 of each made. I did another video showing exactly how to make the 4 different designs of the cards. So now I'm just finishing off my kit, so my kit will be organised and ready to go. Okay, so rolling up that glue dot again, popping it in there. And then just with some dimensionals, we're going to pop dimensionals on the back of those again. Take the backings off, and this will be another lot of our cards finished. You could change this up a little bit too and use different coloured card bases as well. I know the Tutti Frutti card bases that we have in our celebration that you can earn for free would be perfect bases for this, and you could use your stamp set to create these beautiful focal points as well, because you've got some lovely flower stamps in your stamp set. So you could actually use the layering labels that we have, if you have that set of dies to cut the label for the front. So I may even do a video showing you how you can incorporate your own stamps and your own framelits into making a kit like this and making more of them. Okay, so there you have those 4 cards. So far we've got 8 of our cards made already. Okay, very quick, very easy. So we'll move on to the next one now, which will be this one. Okay, so this one we're going to use these bases. we've got our lovely little tag. We'll bring in our gold ribbon. Now, to do this on the back, what I suggest is to pop some fast fuse on the back. Okay, of your labels. Now, I don't cut this ribbon until I can see exactly where I'm actually going to put it. So what you do is you have your label over this way. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have a nice little tag left down the bottom here. So it's sticking to my fast fuse on the back. You just twist it over at the top and cross it back over to come the other way. Okay, and that's as simple as it is, and then you just trim off your end pieces like so. Okay, so that's one. I will do that to the other two off camera. Okay, and then with our baker's twine, we're actually going to go through the little hole and we're going to tie a bow. Okay, so that. You could even cheat and not go through the hole and just pop it on with a glue dot if you wanted to. Totally up to you how you want to do this. But they have actually gone through the hole. And in these kits, you end up with leftovers as well, because we will probably, most probably have leftovers of this baker's twine. We've only got to do the little ribbons on our balloons for the next card. Okay. Okay, so there we have those three. And then that is just a case of a few dimensionals on the back. So make sure you pop your dimensionals away from where your ribbon is. So 4 on each will be fine. Take the backings off those. Now I would probably, if it was me, make an insert for my cards. These just have the basic inside of your card. I would, if it was me, I would actually probably make an insert for the card just to finish them off. Okay, and just pop it on like that. Make sure you've got your card going the right way. So, like so. There's also, with this one, there's also some little gold stickers to go in the middle of our flower, so I'll show you that. Okay, there. And then on our sheet here we have these little flower centers. And they go in the middle of our flower, just to give a nice gold center to the flower. There. And the last one. There. So that's our next 4 complete. So we've only got 4 more to go, and these have been going together very, very quickly. So we'll bring in the next 4, which is our old olive card bases. We have our 3 slotted pieces of Whisper White. We have balloons, so we need a spotty one for each. We need a gold one for each. And a diamond shaped one for each. Okay, so with this we're going to create some tassels for the back of our balloons. So the easiest way to do that is to pop them over like so, and just with a glue dot on each of them. Glue dot down the bottom.